It's summer in the UK, which means it's hot. Not like hot, but it's hot nonetheless. So I thought so they could cool down and freshen up a little bit for summer, we could go give Maria and Sammy a little bit of a bath. So I promised Maria does actually love me, and we're going to take her rug off, which is a really cool zebra rug that Alexandra bought for her, and she looks really stylish in it, but we're going to make her even more stylish after we've given her a makeover. So do Maria or Sammy have anywhere they need to be going soon? No? This one's retired, and Sammy is just starting life out. So it's just a little bit of fun. For Maria, I've got these two little products. It's just a medicated shampoo, and then I thought she'd quite like a little bit of Shoshin if she feels like it at the end. So after waking Maria up, it was then time to grab her. So I just kind of got her head collar and dragged her out the stable, and then tied her up by the trailer because it's the closest thing to where the hose is. And then we could finally start getting her all washed and ready to go. Are you ready for a bath? You're so gorgeous. You're a bit fat, but you're so gorgeous. Obviously the first thing we've got to do is get the hose pipe out so we can cover her in water. Not only does this start lifting all the grease and dirt up, but it also cools her down, which is the main reason why I'm doing this, because she's not seeing anyone anytime soon. So here is the shampoo. I don't know how much is left in this, but I think there is some, so we're all good. The reason that I'm using the medicated shampoo is because she has like, her tail gets kind of itchy, and so I'm going to use it on that. And then I was like, why bother with different shampoo for the rest of her body when I can just use this? So that's that. To start with, I just kind of put the shampoo in my hand and then rub it in her neck. After I've done that, then I transferred the bottle just to get a good spread over her back. Then I'll do her mane, because then I can really get in and start scrubbing around. I like to try and get to the root of her hair and do the mane first, because otherwise her mane kind of dries out. I don't know, it just needs to dry out quicker than the rest of her body. So I have to kind of get a brush and put some water on it to really like rehydrate the mane. I don't really know, but it works, and that's the main thing. So after I've done her mane, once it's all like lathered up and actually nice and clean, then I'll move on to her body. So again, using the brush, because I find that it really gets to the base of her hair and you can actually get underneath. Luckily she's got thin hair, so it's a lot easier to get all the dirt and the grime out compared to something with longer hair. After that, then I will move on to the tail, which she doesn't always like because of the water. It's alright. Yeah, just like anyone, she's not really a fan of cold water, but I can't blame her. Unfortunately, we don't really have hot water here, so she sort of had to deal with it, and she did get used to it. But after I've kind of soaked the tail and made sure it's nice and wet, then I can add the shampoo, the medicated shampoo, because as I was saying, she's been itching her tail a lot, so this is really important to get in there and actually get to the root of her tail. So as you can see, it's a little bit scabby and a little bit dirty down there, so I was really using my fingernails to actually get in and sort it out. I think I did it. She got a bit bored, so she sort of wandered off. After spending all that time putting the shampoo on Maria, it's now time to wash it out. I find the shampoo bubbles running out rather satisfying, and I hope you do too. It's really important though to get all the shampoo out at this stage, as this is what's going to get her sparkling clean, which is why I'm sort of moving the coat around my fingers to make sure that all the shampoo can run out. I've also heard that with some shampoos and some horses, leaving it in can cause the skin to become scurvy or uncomfortable, but I don't have any sources for that, and I'm not a scientist. All I know is that you want to wash it out. Having this long hose is also really helpful, as not only is it great at spraying the shampoo away, it means I can work around Maria and she can just stand there and enjoy her spa treatment for the day.
Lay by my side, keep your eyes wide, watch all those shooting stars fly. Oh, it's after midnight, hold my head tight, we're so alike, just like a firefly.
Now that all the shampoo's been washed out, we're going to go full pamper and take it to the nail salon. I'm just scrubbing her hooves with a scrubbing brush to try and get any excess dirt off. There's no need for any hoof oil, because despite not being a native breed, her hooves are actually really strong and she doesn't have any cracks in them. Unfortunately, she's not quite pampered enough for a hairdryer, so I'm just going to swing her tail around and let gravity do its work. I might have swung it a little bit too hard though, because my phone ended up falling off where I propped it up and it actually smashed. So that was brilliant, but still got to spray her to get that extra shine. And then we're going to take her into her stable so she can dry off for the rest of the day. And after that, she's actually all done. There's nothing else to do. You're all done. So now Maria is all clean and cooled down. We are going to go and see Sammy and do a similar thing to him. I think this is only the second bath I've ever given Sammy, but this is the shampoo bar I'm going to be using. It's a sea change bar, and they did gift it to me when I went to Champs this summer, but I promise all my opinions are my own. Don't eat the side. Don't eat it. After Sammy had sampled the bar and decided it was safe to use, it was time to cover him in water. But you've already seen me do that to Maria, so I'm not going to bore you with that again. The only difference between using a shampoo bar, if you haven't used one or aren't familiar with them, is that you have to lather it up. Sometimes I find adding water directly to it helps, but once you get scrubbing, you're basically good to go. Another thing I like about the shampoo bar is that the sisal bag not only keeps the bar from slipping out of your hand, but acts basically as a built-in scrubby brush, and from my experience, I think it actually works better. I promise I'm not being paid or asked to make this video. I genuinely just love this product and want to let you guys in on it. I did forget midway through though that I forgot to wash his mane, so I got the hose out again. He honestly didn't care one bit that he had to get his hair wet. He's honestly just incredible and I love him so much. Sammy's mane was actually getting a bit manky and scabby, so it was paramount that I got it washed before it got any worse. I wouldn't want my poor little guy to get laughed or bullied at in the field for having a dirty mane. Saying that though, I'm not sure he's got a huge amount of friends at the moment, but that could be because he's actually one of the youngest horses at the yard at the minute. He's just turned 5 about a month ago, so he's still very much got a baby brain and at times loads of energy to play with in the field, where some of the others just sort of want to snooze. So now we're moving on to slide number 2. Yes, he does have 2 sides, it's not a 2D object, and we're just doing the same as before. Luckily he put his neck down so I can get right on top of his mane and actually get in there and groom and stuff off. I did have to stand on my tiptoes to actually reach his bum because he is actually quite tall. I thought I'd pay extra special attention to there because I normally miss it while I'm grooming him because I can't always see what's happening, but I feel like he had a good scrub. The soap lathered up quite well and I actually got in there to give him a good clean, and I think he was happy. I mean, his bum's happy, so we'll just have to take it from that. He looked quite relaxed though. Yeah, I know I used to joke around with Percy that he was big, but he's actually quite big. Alright then, we wish you well. Good boy. Maybe because it's due to the heat that I've been washing him off loads, but he's actually really good to wash. He was a little bit concerned about the first time I brought a hose pipe out, but now I can spray it fairly hard and he doesn't really care, which I love. After that, it was time to put him in his stable. Samuel is eating his din-dins behind me, and I think he's going to get completely disgusting tomorrow, but at least I tried, you know? At least he's a little bit cooler. At least he's must be feeling a little bit better. But, oh, he's just so cute. Me and Sammy just did our first solo attack ever without anybody. You little hat. Today I'm going to go off to Farley Hall to help my sister event her horse Percy. And so the horse she's got to ride on from there. Who did we just see? We saw Laura Collins.